What's up everybody, it's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And today, I have what you guys have all been asking for, a review for Big Sean's new album, Dark Sky Paradise. Now if you already watched my double track review for Blessings and B-Boy, you know that it wasn't until recently that I actually became interested in Big Sean's music, so I was really looking forward to checking this album out. But you guys let me know in the comment section how you feel about Big Sean. Were you always a fan? Do you have a favorite album or mixtape by him? What do you think of this album? Do you think this is his best one? Did this make you a fan? You know how it goes. Just whatever you want to tell me about Big Sean. Now the track Dark Sky, aka Skyscrapers, acts as the intro here, and it really sets the dark and more serious tone for the album. On this track, Big Sean raps about starting from the bottom, or as he says on the hook, he don't owe nobody in the world no favors because he started in the basement and made it to the skyscrapers. And this song transitions very smoothly into the next song, Blessings, featuring Drake. There's also a remix of Blessings featuring Kanye West, and that's the one that I talked about in the review that I previously mentioned. So just check that out if you want more details about this song and Meek Mill's track B-Boy featuring Big Sean as well. Now of course the smash hit and ode to ex-girlfriends I Don't Fuck With You featuring E40 is on here, and I hated this song from the first time I heard it. It just has one of those extremely typical DJ Mustard beats, although I have to mention that this song has production credits from DJ Dahi, Kanye West, and Key Wayne as well, but it just sounds like a DJ Mustard beat to me. I also find the hook on this song extremely annoying and childish, but that soulful beat on the intro and on the last verse of this song is just beautiful, and if the whole song was done with that beat, I probably would have liked the whole thing. But you know what, that's just me, and if you're still not bored of DJ Mustard's sound yet, you'll probably like the rest of this song. And DJ Mustard also produced I Know, where Jhené Aiko sings and Big Sean uses a sing-songy flow over some production that's a little bit darker than what DJ Mustard usually brings, so it fits the feel of the album nicely. Other than that, there's not much more to say about it, because it's just one of those relationships-based track, and I thought it was pretty blah. And unfortunately, that's probably the main issue that I have with Dark Sky Paradise. The 4 or 5 great songs on here are really great, and I can put them in rotation with any playlist. But there's a lot of filler on here too, like the celebratory track Stay Down, and the Piece of My Love sampled song Play No Games featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Chris Brown. These aren't all-out awful songs, they just don't stick out very much, and I didn't find myself wanting to listen to them again. And the same thing can be said about the song Deep featuring Lil Wayne. Although on a bit lesser of a level, because that track actually has a dope verse from Lil Wayne, as long as you can stand his high-pitched, whiny, screechy voice. But hey, he didn't use auto-tune, so that's a start. He just had a good flow on it and some good lines, so I gotta give props where props are due, because I know how crazy Lil Wayne fans get when you say something about their beloved. But getting to the great tracks on this album, Paradise from Mike Wilmatus' Ransom mixtape is on here, and it is an all-out banger, with some deep bass, rumbling synth, and blaring horns. Sean absolutely snaps on this, and this is an extended version of Paradise with an extra verse, where he uses a very rapid flow that just sounds crazy. What I like most about this album though, is when Big Sean gets personal, like on the track Win Some Lose Some, where he raps about how his life and some of his relationships have changed while he's been on his journey to success. He also raps a little bit about his romantic relationships in the second verse, and at the end of the song, his dad shares some powerful lessons about following your heart and speaking from your heart, and I thought that part was pretty cool. And One Man Can Change the World, featuring Kanye West and John Legend on hook duty, is another track where Sean brings that realness, and this is one of my favorite tracks on the album. This is a nice, drumless piano ballad that's all about how anybody can make a difference in the world if they believe in themselves and they work at it. And I thought the second verse was pretty touching, because Big Sean was rapping about how his grandmother succeeded during a time when black people, especially black women, had to work extra hard to get anywhere. But I've saved the best for last. All Your Fault is without a doubt my favorite song on this album. It has a bit of that Kanye West auto-tune that I usually can't stand on the hook and bridge, but on this song it doesn't even bother me that much because the rest of it is just so damn good. The Live for Your Love sample flipped on here sounds amazing, and it's always great to hear a straight up rap verse from Kanye West with no auto-tune. Especially when he's spitting funny lines like, "If you leave Mickey, you gon' end up with Goofy. I imagine that's what Chris told Karuchi." The best part though is the back and forth flow between Sean and Kanye on the last verse. I could have listened to a whole song of that because I think they pulled it off perfectly. At the end of the day though, it's the inconsistency that hurts this album the most, just like with most albums. I still think it's good and worth checking out, but I always find it frustrating when an artist gives us a handful of really great songs and then they fill the rest of their album up with mediocrity. And that's what I feel Big Sean did here, because a lot of these tracks are just average, especially if you want to include the 3 bonus tracks, which were just very lackluster. But when Sean delivers, he really comes through. There are some great production moments on here, some very impressive flows, and also some personal, clever, thought-provoking lyrics, so I still have this one at a 3.5 out of 5. And speaking of production, I gotta shout out that Durando Didn't I sample on this album's outro. Breaking Bad fans know what's up, cause Walt torched the shit out of that Corvette. So that's what I thought about Big Sean's new album, Dark Sky Paradise. Hit me up in the comments section and let me know what you think. And as usual, do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like the video, you share it, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the video, and you especially subscribe to my channel. That's the one that helps me out the most. I'll see you guys next time.